What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with a review for The Oval on BT. This is season 2. This is episode 8, and the episode is titled Don't Believe Your Eyes. I don't know if I'm hearing thunder or not, but the weather report just said it's clear outside. All right, you guys. If you guys are watching this video and you guys like my videos and you're not subscribed to my channel, do me a solid favor. Hit that subscribe button, you guys, and hit that notification bell button. So, you guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump to this episode review, shall we? All right, you guys. So, I will say that I did enjoy this episode. I felt like the pacing was so much better than what we've been getting. I will definitely say that. Because the scenes, they actually kind of flowed together. So the episode opens and we pick up with Lily and with Kyle. I just don't know if that's thunder that I'm hearing. But we pick up with Lily and Kyle. So they're going back and forth with each other, and, he's asking her once again, what is she doing in there? What is she going, what's she looking for? So the thing that got me with Kyle was Kyle has so much bass in his voice for Lily. I'm like, Kyle, this is a woman. Why do you have all this bass in your voice? So she tells him, if you must know, I'm looking for my marriage license and I'm also looking for my prenup. He says, you guys have a prenup? She says, yes, we do. And, Kyle is being Kyle. He's standing up for his man. He gonna defend his man. He gonna beat her for his man. And I'm just like, girl, calm down. Even Lily said it. You got a little bit too much estrogen going on right about now. So Lily eventually gets a gun and pulls it on Kyle. And they had another back and forth conversation. Lily is a lot better than me. That is thunder. No, that's not thunder. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna pause in a minute, go figure it out. Yeah, they were talking. Lily was better than me because Kyle would have looked like target practice by the time I was finished with him. Now, I know she said he had a bulletproof vest on, but his face would have looked like target practice. He would have had a bullet here, a bullet here, a bullet here, a bullet here, a bullet everywhere. And then they would have been like, well, why did you shoot him so many times? I'm like, shit, I didn't know what he was going to do to me. He broke into my house, and they're probably like, but your husband is, chief of staff. But he was threatening me. I would pull out the white woman's tears quick and fast and in a hurry. So, and like I said, you guys, how the episode flowed, it was good. Because Bobby and Max, you guys remember in the last episode, Bobby and Max were going to go check on Lily. Well, the next thing we saw was Bobby and Max sitting outside of the house. So they noticed that there was a guy guarding the perimeter. They noticed that there was a guy guarding the front door. So Max says he knows a guy at the front. He's weak. He says he knows a guy at the perimeter. You okay? So Bobby wants to get out and go in and take care of business. And Max is like, what plan do you have? He says, I'll let you know when I get in there. Yeah, Bobby, that's not a good plan, buddy. You gotta have a plan A, a plan B. You gotta have a plan A through Z. This is a secret service. Now I get it. You got your military background, but these are psychopaths. Have a plan. Just saying. That's what Max finally got in his head. We need a plan. But let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys. I am back. So I don't think it's thunder. I just think it's a really heavy wind. That's all I could hear when I went outside. If you guys are wondering if it's thunder, probably don't care. Shut. All right, you guys. So we see Victoria, Hunter, and Jason. They're having the most awkward dinner ever. and poor Richard is there, just serving them. Ugh. So Victoria tells Hunter, you should apologize to Richard. And I was confused. I was like, what is he apologizing for? Then I thought about it. The situation with Gail and with Barry. So Hunter gives him a half-ass apology. And she was like, oh, come on, Hunter. You can say it like you mean it. Is it hard for you to say that you're sorry to this poor black man? And I looked at Victoria. I'm like, poor black man. Even Richard had a look on his face. So, when I tell you, both Hunter and that spawn of Satan, Jason, they are the most disrespectful. And the fact that Jason called his mama a bitch. Yeah, she's a bitch. But Victoria came back with a comeback. She called him Hannibal. That family is insane. So Victoria ended up leaving dinner and going to the room. She told Jason, if you come in my room, well, actually, I'm locking the door. If you find a way in, I will have the sword. Excuse me, y'all. She said she will have the sword there to just slice and dice his ass up. So it just left Hunter and Jason. So Jason asked Hunter, does he want to fuck his doctor? He says, huh? He says, do you want to fuck my doctor? And Hunter says, no, I don't want to fuck your doctor. Yes, you do, Hunter. Stop lying. Well, Jason says, well, I want to fuck her. I'm like, oh, God, we know you want to fuck her. You threw your man juice all over her last week. And she is still going to be your doctor. She is better than me. So then Hunter goes to the room after he has that conversation with Hannibal Lecter. He calls a doctor, and Victoria says, nobody can help that creepy son of a bitch. She called him a son of a bitch. She called him a son of that bitch. She called him that creepy mother, that creepy bastard. I mean, terrible way to describe your child, but whatever. So Hunter calls Dr. whatever her name is, and he wants to see her. He says tomorrow. And she says, well, and I guess she asked him, will the first lady be there? He says, yes, she will. And once, he hung up the phone, Victoria says, no, I will not be there. He says, yes, you will. Nope, that's not thunder. That's them upstairs. Oh, God, those people get on my nerves. We're going to pause here and move forward. All right, you guys, next, let's talk about Richard and Priscilla. Wasn't really a lot with Richard and Priscilla. Richard was cleaning up. He asked Priscilla, is she okay? She says she's fine. And she asked him about the dinner. She says, did, the son say anything? He says, what do you mean? She says, don't worry about it. So then he tells her that Victoria had, for Hunter apologizing to him, and he didn't really like that too much. And he was trying to say that she's on their side. She's like, no, don't say that. She's not on our side. So where are we at? But Priscilla does say she says that she has a lot on her mind. So then we see Sam. So Sam is talking to Alonzo, and he's asking Alonzo if Jean checked out. So he says no, that she didn't check out. He asks him, how does she know? He says, well, he looked at the footage and everything, and he says that Priscilla asked him to look into that. So he says, she was last seen going into the residence, and she never came out. He says, well, what about her car? Is her car still here? He says that's the strange part. Her car is not here. She left in her car. And Sam says, so she didn't check out? He says, no, she didn't check out. And Sam says he wants to see that footage. So who do y'all think drove the car out of the lot? Do y'all, who do you guys think did that? That'll be interesting to know, who did they get to drive her car out? And how are they going to explain that? The fact that her car is gone, but Jean never checked herself out. And then what happened to her when she left? And where is her car at now? A lot of unanswered questions. But let's move on. All right, you guys. Next, let's talk about Donald. So Donald goes and talks to Alan, and I guess Alan was supposed to have food delivered to the office for Don. Maybe, who knows? And Alan's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'll call the kitchen and have them bring up some food now." Okay, I guess. So then Donald asks him, "Are you uncomfortable around me?" He says, "No." Donald says, "Look me in the eyes." Yes, Donald, he's uncomfortable. He saw you and Kyle kissing, and then on top of that, Kyle threatened him. So, I mean, you know that. You know your creepy boyfriend. Come on, Donald. Stop playing with this. Stop playing with this. So then Donald also asks him, well, he says he's not getting any sleep. He's like, "What's going on?" He says, "I'm not getting any sleep." He says, "You don't still think that your girlfriend is messing with the president, do you? I told you that didn't happen." "Well, Donald, you're a liar. So, who believes you?" So while they're in the office, the phone rings, and Donald's like, "So you're not going to answer that?" So he answers it. And it's Diane. She's on line 4. So Donald goes back into his office and he takes the phone call. So Diane says that she wants to meet Donald, and she's calling about his offer and she wants to meet him. So he says, "Okay, let's meet at a bar." She says, "No, I'd rather meet at the White House where there are a lot of people around." I'm like, "But there are a lot of people at a bar as well. A bar is a public place." Because she said she wanted to meet at a public place. I'm like, "But a bar is a public place as well, unless he's gonna shut the bar down." Why would she want to go to the White House? Of all places, the White House? I would have said, "Yeah, let's meet at the bar." You're gonna go to the White House. You know strange stuff is happening at the White House. Why would you want to go to the White House? Diane is asking to die. Diane is going to be the next victim of the serial killer. They're annoying me. But let's move on. All right, you guys. Next up, let's talk about Nancy. So, Nancy, Susie Homemaker, is at the crib. She's cooking dinner for Richard. I really wish she would stop cooking for Richard. I really wish she would. Because I know she says she knows the way to Richard is through his stomach. At this point, Nancy, I'm going to, oh God, am I actually about to say I agree with Barry? But I agree with Barry. Nancy, he's up. Back up. Just give him a little bit of space. But she says no. And Barry tells her that, you might want to tell him who the dad is. She says no. So then he asks her, is it somebody that he knows? It has to be. It has to be someone that he knows. So Richard comes in. Richard walked right by her. She followed him upstairs talking to Richard. Richard is giving her the silent treatment. He pulled out a suit. She says, "Oh, you haven't worn that suit since we did our vow renewals." Then he went into the bathroom to take a shower. Now, downstairs, Barry has his phone and he's recording this video, telling people about Callie, and he showed them a picture of Ruth. Yeah, that's pretty much it with that scene. I don't know how long this video is gonna be, because I didn't realize that my notes weren't that long with this episode. It was, like I said, it was a good episode. I just didn't realize that my notes weren't that long. It just don't make any sense. It's after 11. It's almost midnight, and they keeping up so much noise upstairs. And I think that's the other thing that's throwing me off with this review. Sorry, this review seems like it's all over the place, you guys. So then, wait, where am I at? Oh, let's move over to the pharmacy. So Kareem. So Kareem is telling Dale that he did such a good job. So then Dale asked him like, "Where is there to go around here?" So Kareem suggests for him to go to the straight club, and Sharon suggests a gay club. And Kareem's like, "I don't think he'd want to go there." And then he finally figures out that he's put his foot in his mouth that the man is gay. And so Sam then shows up. So you guys remember that Sharon called Sam to come down there to talk to Dale about the Rackadushis and try to get information out of him about where the Rackadushis are, if he knows where their compound is, which he does know a little bit of information. Where he knows, he tells them where his hometown is. He tells them, you know, they're off Route 122 or something like that. And Sam was like, "Do you have an address?" He says, "I don't have an address for the compound, but I do have an address for my old job, which is not that far from them." So then we see Kareem and Sharon having a conversation about the baby. This was a very long conversation, to say the least. I mean, the longest conversation. Because Kareem is asking Sharon what she's going to do about the baby. She's going to have an abortion. She says, no, she's not going to do that, but she's not ready to have a baby. She says, I could give it up for adoption. He says, you're not going to do that. He says, you got attached to a stray cat in the back. So a cat and a human. Yeah, no, thank you. You going to keep that baby. But yeah, they had this long conversation, and then Sam left, and now here's where the long back and forth conversation came about the living arrangements. So Dale doesn't have anywhere to live, so Sharon says Kareem has rooms, and Kareem tells him he could, if he needs a place to stay, come let him know. Then he tells Sharon, you can come stay with me too. Here's a key to my heart and the key to the apartment. Let's move on and wrap the episode up. All right, you guys. I think this is the end of the episode. Yeah, this is the end of the episode because I was looking at it. I was like, that whole conversation with Kareem and Sharon, it was like at 8:52 to 8:56. I'm like, damn, is this going to wrap up the episode? But it didn't. What actually ended up wrapping up the episode was Bobby and Max. You guys remember they're still sitting outside of the house. And they still having this conversation going nowhere. I'm like, y'all don't have a plan. Come up with a plan and then execute said plan. Because Bobby is just going headstrong with this situation. He has no plan whatsoever. But they do see Kyle come out of the house, and Kyle has that duffel bag. I know that he's going to think that that's Lily in that bag, but that's actually his clothes. And then, so that's what ended the episode. But before I wrap up my video, I want to talk about the thing that cracked me up. So you guys, Priscilla went to the hospital to see Ms. Laura. So she went into the room, and in the room, I'm assuming that Norm is Ms. Laura's husband. So Norm told her that it's touch and go with Ms. Laura. And I'm sorry, but looking at Ms. Laura in that bed, I cracked up laughing because seeing her laying there like that with that breathing machine on her face, I cracked up. Because if she had a heart issue, if something was with her heart, they would have to, intubate her, right? Because if it's touch and go, she has to be they have to put the tube down her throat so that the machine can breathe for her. But that's a breathing machine. And I know that's a breathing machine because I've used those breathing machines because I have asthma. I put those things on my face before. That gives you oxygen. It gives you oxygen. Just letting that be known. That gives you oxygen. That doesn't breathe for you. It gives you oxygen. Now, I don't know how Norm heard this. But I'm looking at, while Norm and Priscilla are talking, I'm like, Miss Laura over there is having a stroke. Because she over there, I mean, she over there shaking. I'm like, Miss Laura's having a stroke, you guys. No, Miss Laura was not having a stroke. Miss Laura was waking up. I'm like, damn, she over there doing that? And she waking up. So Norm said that she's saying Gene. I'm like, are you sure? Now when he first said she's saying Gene, I'm like, I don't hear Gene. I don't hear anything coming from her mouth but moans. But then I did hear her faintly say Gene at the end of it. But okay. Miss Laura's gonna die before she can actually say Gene is dead. Trust and believe that Miss Laura's gonna die. I have a feeling that she's gonna die before she even mentions Gene is dead. She's probably gonna say Gene is dead. She's gonna die. But you guys, that is the Oval. Be sure to watch this video and leave your comments in the comment section below. And subscribe to this channel and the Planner channel. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. As always, you guys stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Remember, wash your hands, wear your mask, and socially distance, you guys. And also stay blessed. And like I said again, until the next one, bye guys.